Hey guys, welcome to part one of the sign reading. In part one, we are doing a general sign reading that is also timeless. Please don't forget to check out part two, where we'll be looking at masculine, feminine energy and how they relate to each other. And there you can also find crystal recommendations for your sign. Both of these readings, like I said, they are general and they are timeless. So don't forget to check both of them out and hope you enjoy. Doing good. Welcome to the Aries sign readings. So the way the readings are going to work moving forward, it's going to be a little different. I still may put a video out on this. I may not. I might just say this in every intro for the sign readings for this batch. So a lot of you guys have been really liking the masculine readings. A lot of you guys have been missing the crystal readings. I haven't done them the last couple months because my life has been kind of crazy. So the way the readings are going to work moving forward, these sign readings are going to be a general reading for the sign energy for the sign in sun placement, moon placement, the ascendant, Venus, and Jupiter. And of course, anything that you feel pulled to, you should be watching anyway. And if you are curious as to like what signs you should watch for your personal choices, there's a link below for how to interpret tarot readings as a viewer. So coming back to how these videos are going to work moving forward. So I'm going to do a general reading there. And then I'm going to do a second part where I focus on masculine and feminine energy. A lot of people have asked me to do readings for feminine energies. I feel like it's a little redundant, but we are in a time where we are learning to work in that duality of masculine and feminine within ourselves, not just with our external environment. So then I thought, I want to keep doing the masculine readings. I need more time back in my schedule to keep expanding and working on other things, including just taking care of myself is also a big part of that. But also, excuse me, I think that it would be really helpful for people to understand this duality of masculine, feminine, and unity, because again, we all are working in this energy and learning these lessons. So I'll do a reading on that. If you want to compare the masculine and feminine to people external from you, and that resonates for you, that is your choice. I am doing this for the duality within all of ourselves as individuals. And then at the end, I'm going to pull some crystal cards, because I know you guys missed the crystal readings, and that'll be kind of fun. I really miss doing that, and I still may or may not pull advice, depending on the sign, depending on the energies I'm feeling for you guys. I'm really just going with the flow, but that's going to be the general setup moving forward. And if I need to adjust anything, I'll adjust stuff, okay? So before we get right into it, again, keep in mind, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're guided to watch this outside of those placements, then hello, welcome. You're more than welcome to hang out and join us, including cross-watchers, of course. These are general, and they are timeless because energy and time are fluid, not linear, okay? Any other questions? Just check out the stuff below. There's a ton of stuff below for you guys to look at. So let's go ahead and dive in after I get a little sip of tea. Aries, you've been rocking my throat chakra since I started meditating on your energy. Hold on a second. Aries, the first thing I saw was like a really angry like panther. Or jaguar, panther, they just corrected me. Panther. That is a lot of feminine energy. I was also getting a lot of symbology around the moon. Again, more feminine energy. These moon cycles might be really impacting some of you, so just keep that in mind, especially if you are an actual female. There might be something up with your cycle in relation to that. I was just getting that kind of energy and vibe. Coming back to the panther that they showed me, super angry and pissed. Okay, super, super worked up. I feel like there's so much feminine energy building up in and around you, that there's such a focus on that there's almost like this angry feminine within you, which I think is very interesting, because we are in a time, as I'm recording, and again, these are timeless, and you could experience this energy a year from now, but just for, sake of messages, we are in a time where masculine energy is really needing to come to the forefront on an individual level, and of course this will transpire on the collective level once we all start doing this individually. And this is just waves of this. We'll have waves of this for years to come, but this is just the wave of it that we're in now, of masculine energy kind of coming to the forefront here, so that feminine energy can be protected and safe and grounded enough to actually grow and blossom and create and do the feminine thing. Again, learning how to do this on an individual level, right? I feel like this very angry feminine energy is angry because it's like, I almost feel like very threatened. Like your inner feminine or your feminine energy feels very much under threat and very angry and very pissed off. Like some of you might even feel cornered. I was also getting a little bit of that energy. Like your inner feminine might feel cornered, or again, it just feels like under threat. Whether you don't have stability or security or that energy of feeling protected and safe, from your external environment, or you just don't feel that within you, your inner feminine's pissed off. And that's totally cool. No judgment here. Sometimes rage is very positive. Like, you know, you hear the term sacred rage sometimes. And I feel like this is actually a case for most of you, that this is a sacred rage situation, that your feminine needs to be kind of pissed. And when I started getting all this throat chakra energy, it came and hit me hard. It was not pleasant. Still kind of going. I also have a very sensitive throat chakra, so just know that as well. There's almost this need to really voice what it is you're so pissed at, what it is you're so upset about, what it is that's making you feel threatened. Like there's a need to be very vocal about it, a need to not be shy in vocalizing this to either masculine energies or just people around you in general, even if it's just accepting this truth about yourself. Oh, really a need to say something. And Aries, you usually say shit. You're Aries. You guys are very blunt. You usually are not too shy about saying things when you're upset. But just keep in mind that there seems to be a need for that. What was that I was just getting? They brought up the moon again. I feel like that's more about illusion, actually, now they're bringing it up again. I feel like it is highlighting the fact that this is a lot of feminine energy that's coming up in this, that I'm picking up. But I am getting also some sense of illusion with the way they just show me the moon. What is this illusion? Whatever it is you're feeling angry at, and I'm like, how do I say this? Whatever it is that you're feeling this rage about, I'm not saying that like it's illusionary, because I think those are very valid feelings, and whatever it is you're upset about, you have the right to be upset about it, and you need to be vocal about it. But I think being vocal about it is going to start a domino effect or some sort of chain reaction that will reveal more truth behind the situation or behind your feelings of this rage. I think that's really more what it is. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm going to start with, and like I said, I'm going with the flow on these. So we're going to do like a general spread, then we're going to do masculine to feminine, and then we're going to get into some crystal cards and maybe some advice. In the first spread, I might do tarot or I might do oracle. I'm feeling pulled to oracle for you. Ooh, you know what? We're going to do Isis. Aries, we're going with Isis Oracle. That feels very appropriate. I will eventually link this below. That is also something I am working on. A lot of little updates to do. But let's go ahead and see what comes up for you guys with this. Oh, okay. They just yelled at me. They said save it for the feminine. So I'm going to save this for the feminine portion of the next reading. They literally just said that. Okay. No wonder I was feeling it so strong. Go with Energy Oracle. Okay, so we're going to Energy Oracle. Excuse me, guys. Ugh. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Keep in mind, I also do monthly readings on Patreon that are geared towards the astrology of the month. We get some cool messages over there. We also do full moon, new moon lives and spreads and chats. I also do weekly messages there, and I also do more of the Bomispirit series episodes that I don't do on YouTube. Yeah, just so you guys know. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? I feel like that's kind of bright. Hold on a second. Oh, is that too dark? I think that's too dark. Oh. Actually. Oh, yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Feels a little contrasty, but that's okay. I still haven't replaced my ring light. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Any messages for Aries? Yeah, I keep getting this angry panther energy, like super angry panther. Super pissed. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? So now we have Indecision. This is your first card out, Aries. Indecision with the energy of 8, numerologically speaking. Indecision is exactly how it sounds. It feels, it's an energy of being stuck at a crossroads. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? How does this tie? I'm asking. How does this tie into the, oh, whoa. Okay, I've never seen that before. That's also another thing I like about my job. You see things in cards you've never seen before. So if you guys look at the tree, you see there's a creature there. Never seen that before, ever. I actually feel like you're angry towards someone's indecision. I almost don't even feel it. Some of you, it could be your own. It could be that you're actually feeling upset and angry and frustrated that like you can't make up your mind, or that you do feel very stuck in general, or that something isn't moving. Yeah, thank you. They just said, yeah, something isn't moving. Some of you might feel like you don't have enough control in a situation, and now it's created stagnancy for you. Some of you are actually angry towards a person because they're stuck and they're stagnant. So take this as it resonates, because again, you might be feeling it just within your own situation or towards someone you're in a situation with. But I feel like that's where this anger and rage is coming from, of like, there needs to be growth, there needs to be movement, there needs to be expansion, which is feminine energy. It's that fertile Empress energy, right? But there isn't any, either because of external circumstances or because something going on in your own circumstance that is getting in the way of that. And some of you could just be really frustrated with yourself, like I said, or frustrated with another person or something external to you. But I feel like that anger and that rage is yours. Any other messages for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it pertains to this spread. Let's see here. Throat chakra. There it is. In reverse, no less. I love it. Archangel Gabriel. And then we have Deceit. Deceit is kind of, you can kind of look at that as like a 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords kind of energy. Again, it's like you are angry and upset about some kind of lack of growth or lack of movement or lack of expansion, and you're either blaming another person for it or you're pissed at yourself or your own circumstance. And there's this need to be vocal about that rage. You really, oh God, you really need to be vocal about this rage. I feel like Deceit is just really representing that blockage of being blocked from that growth, being blocked from that expansion, being blocked from that Empress energy in your life, whether it is because of someone else or your own personal circumstance. You need to be vocal about it. And some of you just need to accept that you feel this way and that you have this frustration. And again, for those of you where it's your own circumstance, it's like you don't have control over it, or you feel like you don't have power, or you feel like you don't have control, or you don't feel like you have safety in it to have this growth and expansion. I just heard some of you guys say, speak slower. Just go back and slow down with the video. Words. Any other messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it pertains to this spread? If you're dealing with another person and you feel like they're actually blocking you from growth, expansion, and progress, whether it's a shared situation or they're just getting in your way, tell them. Tell them. Some of you feel like, some of you where this is you blaming the external or a person external to you. It's like you feel like they're fucking with your path a little bit. Tell them so. And I feel like that's going to facilitate a conversation that brings even more truth and insight and clarity to the situation at hand. Yeah, see, overall, Temple Path in reverse, you feel like your path is being blocked or that you're not on the right track at this moment in time. So very discouraging energy. Underneath that, we have Goddess of the Moon in reverse. This is not feeling connected to your feminine energy in an appropriate way, like imbalanced feminine. You're pissed, you're angry, you're upset, you're agitated, you're frustrated. Whether it's because you're mad at yourself for your own circumstance, or you're blaming an external person or circumstance, and it's causing you to have stagnancy, it's causing you to be stuck, it's causing you to be stifled, causing you to feel like you're not on your path. Here it is. Goddess of the Moon is also like a high priestess energy of just not feeling very in tune with yourself here. Yeah, I feel like you're not in tune with your path. You don't feel connected to your path right now because you feel very stuck. You feel very stuck. Some of you, this blame that you have towards the external is, hang in there with me, I almost feel like you're blaming yourself a little bit, like your own masculine energy. Just saying. I am feeling that a little bit. but you're like projecting it out. This is not going to be for everybody. This could also be someone that you know or someone that you're connected to. It doesn't have to be for you, but not speaking up on how you're feeling on this rage and where this rage is coming from, where this frustration is coming from, is just going to keep you more stagnant. And again, if you have to speak to someone about it, then speak to someone about it. It's going to facilitate truth, which is always good. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at indecision and look at this stagnancy, the stagnant state of yours. I'm going to use Tarot Illuminati. I just got two 2 months. Wow, that's very specific. That's not for all of you. Something about 2 months. 2 months ago, 2 months from now. Something about the timeline of 2 months. Talking about indecision. Talking about indecision. I've been getting this download a lot. Sorry, coming back a little bit to this like enraged feminine. I've been getting this download for a while that like there is power in the feminine voice. There's power in that. And that there's a need to exercise that as a collective. Not everybody's going to be going through that, but that's going to be a big theme in the collective that a lot of us might experience. Talking about indecision, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Talking about indecision. So we have 4 swords in reverse. 4 swords is an energy of recovery and recharge. This is exhaustion. I feel like I'm looking at exhaustion. Some of you guys might be having bad dreams or even nightmares or sleepless nights. I'm also getting that. I just keep getting that it's like you can't recharge. Like you are getting a little depleted and kind of exhausted here with this stagnant state. Talking about indecision. I feel like you almost need to like remove yourself from the situation. Like for example, let's say this is like stagnancy you're experiencing in your career. Let's just say that. Or in your home life, whatever it is, take 2 days to go away, right? Take a drive for a day or something. Like take yourself out of the environment for like a day or two, at least a day or at least half a day. Take yourself out of the environment that's making you feel very stagnant, just to shake up the energy, because I feel like sitting in it and sitting in it and sitting in it and sitting in it is just allowing that rage and anger and resentment to build and build and build and build and causing more and more stagnancy, like a vicious cycle. So try that. That might really help some of you. Tell me about indecision. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is energy of choices, but also balance. I feel like there's such an exertion of energy just trying to maintain where you're at, but it's stagnant. It's still stagnant. Even if you're dealing with another person and you're blaming them for it. Some of you, if you're dealing with another person, you're carrying the load, is also what I'm getting. Whether this is work or family life, friendship, whatever it is. For some of you where you're dealing with an external person, you've been carrying the load and it's exhausting. And you are kind of resentful towards them and you're wanting them to show up more or like to have more of a balance with you. But you haven't voiced that resentment. You haven't voiced that anger, that they're actually holding up a lot of growth for you. So, ooh, okay. So oh, no, okay. I thought I saw a beaker. Ooh, we got Queen of Cups. Cancerian energy. There's that feminine energy. Tell me about indecision. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the queen. That's the page. That's interesting, though. I seriously saw that as a queen. She looks very queen-like for a princess. I just have to say. So we have the Page of Cups. I still feel queen energy with this, so I'm just going to roll with that. I'm going to read it as both, but I'm an intuitive reader, first and foremost, for those of you who are new. I seriously feel such queen energy with this, though. I do. I feel such queen energy with this. But Page of Cups is that card of honesty. I am feeling reflection on this, too, because you've been sitting in it. You've totally been sitting in it. Yeah. Oh, gosh. She's even holding the throat chakra. Because the pages are about communication and messages. Yeah, it's almost like you've been contemplating, do I say something? Do I say something? Do I say something? Can I say something? Can I be honest with myself about this? It's like, it's been hard for you to get into that honest state or that communicative state where you're speaking very honestly about your emotions. But again, I feel a lot of queen energy with that. Tell me about indecision. This might connect to the masculine feminine spreads. Yeah, overall, we've got Lovers in reverse. There's the imbalance. And also, Lovers is a choice card, decision card. You got 2 cards here about balance and decision making. Lovers in reverse indicates that there isn't a decision really being made, or there's a decision being held up. Also really resembling the imbalanced state that's happening here that's causing this stagnancy. Whether you're blaming the external or an external person that is making you feel like you're carrying the load and you're not really speaking up about it, and it's causing stagnancy for your personal end of things or your life in general, or you're actually mad at yourself for a circumstance that you're finding yourself in that's creating stagnancy in your life, and you're doing everything you can just to maintain. But it's also draining you because you're mad. When we're angry and we're upset and we don't do anything about those emotions and we just let it build, it's going to be draining, right? Underneath Lovers in reverse, we deal with the Magician. Yeah, 8 of Wands in reverse. Blockages, wow, from feeling steady and stable with the 4 of Wands in reverse. And the 4 of Pentacles, maintain, 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 maintain. Yeah, it's like you're in this state of really wanting more, wanting to have that Alchemist, Magician, Empress growth energy and to get things moving. 8 of Wands in reverse is my block card. Also Mercury retrograde card, which we are Mercury retrograde. Feeling blocked from doing that because you feel like you don't have something that is as stable as you would like it to be, but you're still like trying to hold on and maintain as much as possible, and it's draining you. And it's making you very resentful. It's making you very resentful and very angry, and here you are like exhausted trying to maintain your shit, and you're just like, do I say something? Can I say something? I can't say something. It's like there's this energy of feeling like you can't use your voice in the way you want, maybe because of the level of irritation you have. And again, if this is just a situation you're finding yourself in, like stagnancy of your own accord, there's this issue of being honest with yourself about where that's coming from, where that anger is coming from towards yourself, or that frustration for the situation, where that's really coming from. That Page of Cups, again, I keep getting Queen off of this, really needing to sit down and reflect on that and really process those emotions, even if you have to speak up towards anyone or anything about this. Okay? So that's the first spread. We're going to go ahead and do the masculine feminine.